All right, we'll get a closer look from the head coach, Chip Kelly, who joins us right now. Coach, I don't know, you want to just tell me what you told me a couple weeks ago? Or actually, you know what, Coach? I want to start with something positive about a guy that's not going to be playing for you, because I happened to notice and had an opportunity to talk to Josh Kelly coming off the Senior Bowl. It seems like the more and more NFL personnel out there that got their eyes on him, he just continues to rise up draft boards. You got an up-close and personal look. I think your quote to me at Media Day was, he has a smile that you can hear. He is still one of my favorite athletes that we've had in the conference. What do you have you had an opportunity to talk to him off of that Senior Bowl?
Just literally, he's on our practice field right now running. I mean, that's just
with
the type of kid he is. Oh, with a smile. With a smile. I mean, I knew both staffs, the Detroit Lions staff, Matty Patricia, and the Bengals staff with Zach Taylor, and they both remarked about what a great young man he is. And that's everything about Josh that we all have known, the guys that have been around him. But then when you actually see the skill set he has as a football player, he really impressed some people that way. So I think he may be surprising some people, but to the people that have met him, like you and Yogi and myself, that he's not surprising any of us.
Love that. All right, not surprising anybody who's Jonathan Vaughn's in terms of his ability. You guys signed him earlier today. How did you get to know this young man at a position where he might be able to impact early for you guys?
Yeah, you know, he's a local kid from Pasadena, and the great part about, he's from Pasadena, but he played at Bosco. He's a great baseball player. He's going to play both sports here. So I think John Savage loved him. He's one of the top 100 baseball players in the country, but he's a tough, hard-nosed, physical player, can play in space. But he plays a safety like a linebacker. We were really, really excited to get both him and Jake Newman added to our secondary out of Bosco.
Yeah, Jake Newman reminded me of Chase Hansen, former safety at Utah. Just a guy that seems to do everything. For you, when you try to identify defensive players specifically, what are some of the key attributes you want for guys that are going to be around the ball like him?
The one thing that stuck out when we looked at Jake on tape is, I think everybody said the same thing. He's just a football player, and you figure out he can play deep center field. He can play up close to the line of scrimmage, as you're seeing right now. He comes from a football family. His brother plays at Colorado. His dad was a great player back in the day. So we were really, really excited to add him and put him and John, who both play that hybrid safety and move them all around type of things. I think in this day and age where more people are going to the spread, you're getting you got to get more speed on the field, but you also have to have guys that can line up and tackle, and I think both those guys can do that.
Coach, when we were on campus and we watched your football team, you kept hammering home at this point, and it was obvious, too, just when you look at the roster, the amount of youth and inexperience that you've had on the football field. When you guys and you and your staff go and recruit and get ready for signing day and you're evaluating players, is the thought about, hey, how does a guy help us immediately, or is it a little bit more projection? Because I got to imagine it's a little bit of a hard balance between a rebuild and wanting to win right now.
Yeah, we're always want kids that can play right away. You don't look at anybody in this day and age and say 3 years down the road, I think he's going to be a really good football player. Now, he may not be able to contribute as a starter in the first season, but can he play and can he add competitive depth to you? And I think that's what we look at. So all the kids that we recruited, 6 weeks ago on the 18th that we signed, we hope all of them can come in here and play. And one kid's going to surprise the heck out of you, and then another kid's going to be a little bit not what you thought he was, but that's what the recruiting process is all about. But the 20 kids that we signed, the 18 high school kids and the 2 JC kids, we hope all of them can play for us. And if they can, then they make us a better football team.
Immediately getting better, I think, from a mid-year standpoint. Some guys are already there on campus. What's it like when they get there, and I'm sure they have really high standards for themselves like you do for them, but it's also an adjustment going to the academic institution, which is UCLA.
Sure. We're real conscious of them coming in and fitting in. We have 6 players that enrolled early in January, and they're all doing a really good job. We were out on the field with them this morning. That's where I said we were in a staff meeting at 7 before we got out for 7:30 workouts, and I think one of our coaches said, is today the signing day? And I was like, well, I think so. I mean, I don't really – we signed them all in December, but the 6 guys that we have now, we'll have 2 more enrolled because we're on the quarter system in that first week of April. So we're excited about getting all those kids here, because when August rolls around and it's our first fall practice or preseason practice, they're going to be on campus for 6 months, and they're going to be like Wiley veterans that have been part of your program for a long time. And the good part about that is they can help the other young kids in their class kind of get acclimated to what we're doing. But we're excited about the 8 early enrollees, and it just gives them kind of a chance to show out during the spring when you're not getting ready to play a game. You're just trying to develop them and see what they can do.
Yeah, I want to hit on a couple of those guys. Shea Bryant Struthers, Miles Jackson, two guys coming from the East Coast, state of Georgia.
Yeah.
How have they acclimated to the program at a position where there's opportunity to play early?
Yeah, part of it, I think them coming was the opportunity to play early. But the two of them have a maturity to them that I think we're really, really excited about. You know, they don't act like your typical freshmen. They both visited on their own in the summertime unofficially, and we were really, really impressed just kind of what their mindset was like, both academically and athletically, and kind of what they're wired like. Shea's brother was an outstanding basketball player at BYU and actually plays professional basketball in Israel. And then Miles Jackson, father was a whole Harlem Globetrotter. You know, so I think there's a little bit of maturity to them based upon how they were brought up and how they were raised, just because of their family ties, whether it be their dad or their older brother. So they got a pretty good feel for what it's like to be an athlete and go away and travel, because they've had people in their family do it. So I think there's a little bit of they've got some maturity to them that I've been really impressive. They haven't acted like true freshmen, and even though they enrolled early coming out of high school.
So speaking of maturity, if we spin it forward, how's Dorian Thompson-Robinson, entering third year, second full year as a starter, been in your offseason program?
Dorian's been great. Really is embraced the leadership role that comes with being a quarterback, and then going into his third year as the starter. I thought he got better from year 1 to year 2. We're really excited about the steps he's going to make here in year 3. You know, he played his best games down the stretch, and we were really, really happy with how he played for us. And I'm excited to see what the third year looks like with Dorian. But from a work ethic standpoint, he works as hard as any quarterback I've been around. So you're excited to see what he can do, you know, in how we can grow as an offense, because our quarterback is growing.
Yeah, just some of that experience. I think people forget and don't realize. You use that phrase, at-bats. He didn't have a whole lot of at-bats in high school heading to Westwood, and all of a sudden kind of learning on the fly, and obviously has had some success. And as you mentioned, Coach, he has grown here. Before we let you get going, you had mentioned kind of what the conversation was today about signing day with your staff. From a portal standpoint, is that changing how you're trying to shape these recruiting classes year in and year out? Like, you protecting spots because of that?
I think you have to plan, but you don't know. You know, two kids that we weren't 100% sure on, Devin Asiasi and Darnay Holmes, who left for the draft, and that's after the class is signed in December. But you know, we've tried to go out here in the grad transfer world and obtain a tight end and obtain a corner, and I think we've been able to do that. So I kind of look at it as, you know, the December's for the high school, and then if we consciously had a couple scholarships left over for the grad transfer world in January, and we did not visit any high school kids. In January, we were done with the high school phase of it. I think 87% of all high school eligible kids signed, and what I heard was in December. So we approached it that we're going to sign our high school class in December, and then really look, you know, for a player or two in the grad world or the JC world in January. And I think that's the way it's played out for us this year. And we got a model that I think works for us right now, and we'll continue to kind of go through it. You know, I don't know. I mean, we joked about it earlier. I don't know why we have 2 signing days. You know, It's like A Few Good Men with Nathan Jessen. Why the 2 orders? You know,
why the 2 orders?
Yes.
Why did you order the? There are no 2 orders. If you told everybody to stay away from Private Santiago, then why did you have to get them off the base? You know,
I don't know.
Why the 2 signing days?
Yeah,
we sign our class in December. If a kid's not ready to sign in December, well, then he signs in the subsequent days. I don't know why there's a 3-day window in December, and then we got to wait another 6 weeks so that we can reiterate the 20 kids we signed last December. We can talk about them again. So.
I feel like last time.
I have no authority in anything. So I'll just throw it out. While we're on the air, we can. I mean, we got a plug for a movie. So, you know, you usually don't get those on signing days. It's a very good movie. I recommend it to everybody. But when you hear why the 2 orders, you think about why the 2 signing days.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.